Hi there, everybody. My name is Beth Spizzarni, and I'm excited to be coming to you with another exciting initiative from us here at the Shrine of the Little Flower Basilica. You might remember a couple of months ago I was here talking to you about the Pentecost Novena. And this is what I want to talk to you about today is really a response to our prayers. We prayed as we were leading up to Pentecost for a greater outpouring of the Holy Spirit in our own lives and in our neighborhoods. 2020 again has been a fun year so far, awfully surprising. COVID is changing the way we live, and it's impacting our habits and our rhythms. And so we want to really lean into that, and we're sensing the Holy Spirit really calling us to think about how do we love our actual neighbors, the people who literally live next door to us. And so throughout the summer, we are going to be bringing you something called the Shrine Neighbor Challenge. So a lot of us are not going to be boarding airplanes and going to far-flung adventures this summer, but you can have an incredible adventure right here at home. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today. About 15 years ago, we were not in a global pandemic, and I got in an airplane, and I went over to Calcutta, India. And while I was there, I was able to work with Mother Teresa's sisters there, working with the poor in Calcutta. And in the face of the overwhelming and often tragic circumstances that I encountered, I experienced the real truth and beauty in Mother Teresa's own response to the overwhelming needs and brokenness in our world. And her response simply was loving the person right in front of her. And so Mother Teresa said, don't come here. You don't need to come here to do this. She told all of us around the world, find your own Calcutta. Love begins at home. If you want to change the whole world, you don't need to get on an airplane, which is good news for us today. And you don't have to go all the way to the other side of the world to love another group of people with a wholly different culture. The only thing that each one of us needs to do if we want to be faithful to what Jesus asked us to do, and if we want to see beautiful good things come, the only thing we have to do is truly love our neighbor. Well, who is our neighbor? We're going to be exploring the concept of neighbor a lot this summer in a few different ways. But one of the things that I want to challenge you to is each week we're going to be coming to you with a specific challenge, very specific. And what we want you to do is enter in and journey with us. These aren't going to be impossible challenges, but they're going to stretch you. They're going to stretch me. I hope they do. And so each week we're going to give you a challenge. I want you to do those challenges and then send us an email. Tell us how it went for you. Send us a picture. You can email at neighbor@shrinechurch.com. We want to hear how it's going. We want to share with you how other people are experiencing these neighbor challenges and what the fruit is that's coming forth from our little steps of faith, okay? So here's the first challenge. Are you ready? Don't get scared. Don't give up. This is going to be fun, okay? So the first challenge is I want you to draw a picture of the houses around your house, and I want you to write down the names of your neighbors. I want you to write down all the names that you know, and if there's a house that's near you and you don't know the names of the people there, well, maybe think about learning their names. But I want you to write down all the names of the people who live around you, and I want you to take time in prayer, praying for each person by name. If we want to be good neighbors, because Jesus called us, right? The second greatest commandment after love of God, love of neighbor, loving our neighbor as we love ourselves. The first thing we can do, the first thing we need to do if we're going to love our neighbors is praying for them and asking God to let us see our neighbors the way that He sees them. And so I want you, that's your challenge, that's it. Just draw a picture of all the houses around your house, write down the names of the neighbors who live there, and spend time in prayer for each neighbor by name, for God's provision, for God's healing, for whatever challenging, tragic circumstances they're grappling with today. And that's it. And then tell me how it went, okay? Send us an email, neighbor@shrinechurch.com. I want to hear how this is going for you. We're going to celebrate the wins as we go through this, and we're going to give you a new challenge every week. So stay tuned, share this, let's change the world just by doing what Jesus said. Love your neighbor as yourself, all right? It's going to be an incredible summer. We're going to have authentic connections. We're going to have real conversations, and it's going to be beautiful. So join us. Let's do this.